It's not uncommon for people to post ridiculous photos of themselves on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media sites. You see them all the time, right? These are made for the eyes of friends and family. But what happens when strangers use your photos to publicly ridicule you? That's the case with the picture we're about to show you. Caitlin Seda dressed up as Lara Croft for Halloween, and one morning she found her picture on a website dedicated to mocking people's appearances. So what can you do to protect your image on the internet? Joining us this morning to talk more about this is attorney Cindy Diggs. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It would be horrifying to see that. You just post your picture, everything's going well, and all of a sudden people are ripping you. What is your advice for this? And legally, what are people's rights when you put your picture out there?
Well, we have to remember that there is a First Amendment right to freedom of speech, and that protects a great many things that people do online, even things that people ought to not do online. And that includes things like fat shaming, which is just another form of bullying, or any type of negative posts. You know, it seems that with Facebook, a lot of the societal norms have gone out the window. You know, politeness has gone away. But there are things that you can do to protect yourself.
What would be some of those ideas?
Well,
besides just not putting your picture out there in the first place.
You have to be careful about what you choose to post about yourself. Even if you think, oh, I can poke fun at myself, I can post this silly picture, you have to remember others may treat it in a less light way. What you can do is you can be careful about what you post. And the other thing you can do is you can be very diligent about creating your own online presence so that negative images aren't out there superseding the positive images.
Sure.
So if you go online and you create a LinkedIn profile that's a positive professional profile, or you create, you know, that hopefully will be the first thing that pops up when someone Googles your name, and not
something that made some social media website.
Exactly.
At what point does it cross a line and become harassment or something where someone could get in trouble, bullying, versus just freedom of speech, just being rude?
Well, it depends on the context. As I said, because of First Amendment rights that we have, and those are very important rights, it's difficult to prosecute, it's difficult to take legal action, but there are legal situations in which it's very unwise to make posts like that. In my practice, in my divorce practice, judges look very negatively on a spouse engaging in any form of negative talk on the internet about the other spouse, particularly where there are children involved and one parent is putting down the other parent. Fat shaming, which we occasionally see, suddenly comes back to haunt them in the courtroom in their divorce. So there are consequences, and people should not only try to protect themselves from the negative things that may be done to them, but they should also think twice before saying something negative in the first place.
We all know that what comes around goes around, so you know it might come back to haunt you. Cindy, thanks for coming in to talking about us, and we hope that it'll help protect somebody from getting ripped like that.
Thank you.